What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rasky, and y'all already know what the title says. I'm not really gonna waste y'all time too much, but today's video is gonna be how to wake up with purpose, and it's three things I kind of want to highlight, and three things and three parts of the day that you really need to focus on. So, without that being said, let's get straight into the tutorial on how to do this. Okay, boom. So I kind of lied. It's four things, right? It's four things that you really need to figure out, and one of them is gonna take some time, but the other three, once you find out number one, then the other three are going to kind of follow in line. But number one, most important thing that you need to do is spend that time with yourself. Find yourself, without your phone in your hands, without people around. Sit and really find yourself. Find what you want to do. Find what your purpose is, you feel me? If you want to become a doctor, you feel me? Go ahead, become a doctor. If you want to play sports, go ahead, become sports. If you want to do a YouTuber, do that. But make sure it's within yourself, because as somebody that was once in that frame of life where I wasn't really doing stuff that I wanted to do, I just did stuff that I thought looked cool or whatever, you feel me? Once I started retracting and really focusing on myself, I realized what I have fun doing, you know what I'm saying? And I have fun doing my clothing brand, making designs, thinking of stuff, gaining the knowledge. Like, all that is fun to me. You get what I'm saying? So I knew that was one of my purpose going in, and the message that I'm pushing behind that too is to always be your authentic self, and that's something that really aligns with me and something I'm very passionate about. So once I figured that out, it was kind of like, okay, boom, I know what I want to do there. And it's like, with that, I wanted to do YouTube too. So I kind of combined them both because I have an overall message that I really want to push to people. So I was like, boom, uno and dos kind of go together. You feel what I'm saying? So I really locked in, and that probably took me like, I want to say about a couple months for me really to lock in and find out that's what I wanted to do. For y'all, it might be even quicker if you don't have any, like, no distractions right in front of you. But I had distractions. I was doing football. I was doing a lot of stuff at that time. But you feel me? Take that time, really think of what you really want to do. You get what I'm saying? And that's like the first part of it when it comes to finding your purpose, because you got to have that little knowledge, at least plan a little bit. You feel me? To really get into the next three steps and the next three phases of your day. You get what I'm saying? But now let's get into the phases of the day and where it all starts. Boom. All right, the first phase is actually not the morning. The first phase is at nighttime. And I say that to say this because by the time y'all pretty much watch this, it's going to be either, even if you just woke up, you get what I'm saying? You still going to have that time to really execute this plan at night, right? So boom, what I typically do is I found a system, right? I found a system for each ways I want to do what I want to do, which each ways I wanted to have a so-called purpose in, how would I get to the level that I eventually want to get on, you feel me, with YouTube. So with that being said, okay, boom, I write down what I could do. A video every 2 days, boom, I could do that almost every day. Study the algorithm days I'm off, boom, I could do that. Okay, boom, that's two things towards YouTube, two more very important things that I could do towards YouTube. Okay, now with the clothes, all right, we can design a piece every day. Boom, nice. We can come up with different fonts every day. Boom, nice. We can gain knowledge on how to push the brand farther. Boom, nice. Okay, there's some things I can do on a daily. You feel me? So once I identify those things, this is going to be kind of something you got to be careful with, but it's something I think is very vital, is write your goals down and write what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Or the level you want to get to. One thing I personally do is I write to the level I want to be at by a certain date. So like currently what I'm on, if y'all see me on TikTok, I'm doing my high rise and C8 by 19 challenge, you feel me? And honestly, I'm gonna get it before then. For real. I'm getting that before then. I'm probably gonna get that I am gonna get that right before I graduate, and I'm gonna get the C8 on my birthday. I'm telling y'all that right now. But one thing I would say when it comes to that, you can't let that be dopamine to thinking that, okay, boom, I don't have to work no more. You feel me? You still have to work hard for whatever you want to get to, but that writing stuff helps you create that mindset to where, okay, boom, I know this is possible, you feel me? And you start visualizing it to yourself, you feel me? And one thing that helps me too is I listen to like motivational music when it comes to that. Like yesterday I was listening to 24 songs and Long Time while I was writing, and I just like envision myself like driving the C8, just that junk just blasting and going down the highway, going to the high rise, bro. And that junk just made me like want to go harder, because eventually what I did actually on this page, I missed a day uploading. And I shouldn't have did that. But once I heard that and once I started doing that again, because I took a day off of writing my goals, and that's when it all broke. You feel me? But I started writing back my goals, and we back on the straight line now. So that's definitely number one thing. The nighttime, definitely thing you need to focus on. And now let's get into the next important thing when it comes to that, right? Next phase of things that you need to be focused on and worried about is the morning, man. In the morning is important because it's the first like kind of vibration you get off the day. But I'm not gonna say the morning is overrated because it's not overrated. I'm not saying that. But I feel like nighttime, me personally, and everybody's gonna have their different hours, but me, nighttime, when I get that spark of motivation, that's when I start working hard. You see what I'm saying? And I pretty much get that every day because I'm disciplined. But you feel me? Starting off, you may not have that discipline. But nighttime is typically my strong hours, you know, that I work hard. But with the morning, I say the morning is really one of the two things that I do every morning. I pray and I meditate, you feel me? And I pray every morning. I really don't meditate every morning, but a couple mornings I do. And I try to do something productive towards what I'm doing on that day, right? And one thing I probably do is even thinking, like I might think about clothes one day or one morning, and then like as I go around, I look at stuff, I get inspired by things. You feel me? I get inspired by the way this leaf look. Oh, I kind of want to put that on the hoodie. You see what I'm saying? Or things like that, because I get inspired by a lot of things. But you feel me? And once you start realizing that it could be as little things, like say you want to become a YouTuber, bro, you're going to start realizing outside you may see stuff happen. You may be like, boom, okay, I get inspired by this, or it's clothes like me. You feel me? And you might look at patterns or something that's outside in nature and you be like, boom, I'm inspired by this. And you continue to keep going and going after that. You get what I'm saying? But I recommend doing something productive in the morning. You don't have to do nothing crazy, but like me, with the content, I post on TikTok in the morning because that's like the minimum I can do. You feel what I'm saying? Before school, or even I'll be late to school sometimes. I'll be filming TikToks, but you feel me? It's gonna be worth it in the long run. It's gonna be worth it in the long run. But yeah, I say the morning is definitely that time where you start to like really, it's important because it's the start of your day, but I feel like it is a little overrated, and some people overrate it in aspects because I feel like the night for me has been more vital to my point of success in the morning, if that makes sense. But the morning, good overall thing to do, just like what I said. But now let's get into the last final thing, and as y'all finally guess, it is the middle of the day. You know, them noon hours, you feel me? And the noon hours, you feel, I'm not gonna say you necessarily have to take action. You kind of gotta like really decipher when's your best working hours, because sometimes I might make something in the morning when it comes to clothes and that don't be trash, but I make something at night, gang, that don't be hard as I don't know what. You know, a lot of my night, I never really missed on a night design. Now I'm really thinking about it. A lot of my misses has been morning designs where I was forcing myself to work, but I realized, bro, I work better at night. So if you work better in the evening of the day, then do that. If you work better in the morning of the day, then do that. But one thing we can all do, no matter if you work better at this, or whatever, bro, is gain knowledge. And that's what I recommend you do in the middle of the day. You feel me? Once you start gaining knowledge in the middle of the day, it kind of programs you for whatever your working hour is. If your working hours the morning, the next day, your working hours at night. You feel me? Nighttime. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of programs your mind to be like, I know what I have to do now for this to go right. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. I really hope y'all enjoy. I wasn't trying to do too much of a crazy intro, nothing like that. Y'all let me know if you like these type of style of videos. You feel me? But yeah, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all folks tomorrow. Goodbye.